evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot overlook the fact that a very, very, very important member, constituent party of the I.N.D.I.A. alliance has called for the eradication of Hinduism. We cannot disregard the fact that senior leaders of the Congress party have joined the DMK in calling for the eradication of Hinduism, in calling for the eradication of Sanatan Dharma. Ladies and gentlemen, it is inconceivable. The level of hatred against Hinduism is inconceivable, that the DMK and the Congress should be calling for the eradication of Hinduism. And the straight question would be asked, would M.K. Stalin utter such words about any other religion? And if he would not, then how does Udayanidhi Stalin have the right to utter such words about Hinduism? Would Udayanidhi Stalin, a very important leader of the I.N.D.I.A. alliance, has called for the eradication of Hinduism and has called for the eradication of Sanatan Dharma in all levels of abuse and attack? This is by far the worst. Karti Chidambaram, son of P. Chidambaram, a very senior Congress leader, has supported the call to eradicate Sanatan Dharma, ladies and gentlemen. And now even if they try to qualify it, we must not allow it. The only question we must ask again and again, repeatedly, with more force and more anger, we must ask them, would they say such words about any other religion? We must ask them, would they call for the eradication of any religion? Apart from Hinduism, would they call for the eradication of Buddhism or Sikhism or Islam or Zoroastrianism? Why just Hinduism, ladies and gentlemen? And how is this okay? The question is not how the DMK is saying it. The question is, how is the Congress party justifying it? Would Sonia Gandhi be quiet today if anyone called for the eradication of Christianity? Would Rahul Gandhi be quiet for that matter? But it's, of course, in this case, it's about eradicating Hinduism, so it's all right. Par for the course. This is how these people qualify themselves to be secular. That's why I call them pseudo-secular. Ladies and gentlemen, people who are concerned about the slightest lack of empathy towards the minority community today are clapping and applauding as the DMK, followed dutifully by the Congress, is calling for the eradication of Hinduism. What about Hindu sensitivity? What about it? Is it wrong to ask? 80% and more of the population of this country follow a faith which some people are calling to be eradicated. And how does Sharad Pawar, Rahul Gandhi and Lalu Prasad and Mamta Banerjee and all the rest of them feel that this is not an issue to be speaking about? And they expect the people of this country to entrust them with power in this country. Before you vote for someone, you would like to have certainty on certain basic principles. What is their position on foreign policy? What is the secret document they have signed with the Chinese? How do we know the contents of that secret document cannot be used by the Chinese to blackmail the country if they come to power? Similarly, ladies and gentlemen, what is their fundamental position on Hinduism? It is a relevant question. And asking that question repeatedly does not make us communal, it makes us truly secular. What is their real position on Hinduism? Some of their member parties say break Hinduism in Karnataka. Some of their member parties say eradicate Hinduism. Then they join them and say eradicate Sanatan Dharma. There are no limits. But I think we have a right to know what is their position on Hinduism. And then they give lectures about Mohabbat ki Dukaan. Does Rahul Gandhi have the guts to go to the United States of America and call for the eradication of Christianity? Does Rahul Gandhi have the guts to go to the United Kingdom and call for the end of the Anglican Church? Or more specifically, does Rahul Gandhi have the guts to go to Italy and ask for an end to the Catholic faith? Can he? And if he cannot, and if anyone else did, he would not be quiet if he was an Italian politician. And if he calls himself an Indian politician, then he cannot, and I repeat, cannot be quiet when a major constituent of the I.N.D.I.A. alliance is calling for the eradication of Hinduism. This is a serious matter. It is not just a semantical or dialectical or polemical matter. This is a matter which has touched a chord with the people of this country. Going to Mumbai, sitting in a 7-star hotel, talking about the good old times, does not generate faith in the hearts of the people of this country. The alliance, the DMK and the Congress particularly should know that if they have dared to call for the eradication of Sanatan Dharma, then this fact will be repeated again and again and again. And people who follow Hinduism, the Sanatan Dharma, cannot forgive, cannot forget such a statement. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no Mohabbat ki Dukaan. This is hate beyond the extreme. It is hate against Hindus.